Hey y'all, it's Amanda, and this video is by very popular request. So today we're going to talk about hardening off seedlings the easy way. So really we're going to be focusing on how to move your seedlings outside without killing them. Super important. You've done all this work growing these beautiful seedlings indoors, and now it's time to transition them outside. And how do you do that? So you've spent weeks carefully growing seedlings indoors, and then one afternoon outside completely destroys them. And that's because you didn't go through the hardening off process. So today I'm going to show you the easy way to harden off your seedlings. All right, so we're going to cover several different topics: what hardening off is, why plants get sunburn, what happens if you skip hardening off, how long hardening off takes, the simple daily schedule to follow, where to place plants during hardening off, wind matters too, watering during hardening off, signs plants are ready, and common mistakes. It's a lot of categories, but once you hear each of these categories, it's actually very simple. And I wanted to make sure I included the whole idea of hardening off in one video so you don't have to go searching elsewhere for more information. All right, let's start with what hardening off actually means. Hardening off is the process of gradually acclimating indoor seedlings or plants to outdoor conditions, because obviously indoor conditions are not the same as outdoor conditions. Plants grown indoors are used to stable temps, no wind, soft light, and constant moisture. However, outdoor conditions are going to include intense sunlight, wind, temperature swings, and lower humidity. So indoor seedlings live a very comfortable life, and outdoors is a bit of a shock to their systems. All right, so why plants get sunburn? And that is one of the biggest issues when moving seedlings outside. Leaves that grow under grow lights or windows are very thin and very delicate. They contain less protective wax and less UV tolerance. And when they're suddenly exposed to full sun, their cells will overheat. The chlorophyll breaks down and leaves bleach or turn white. So plants can absolutely get sunburn, and it can happen in just one afternoon. So a few symptoms of sunburn, if you want to know if your plant has actual sunburn: white patches on leaves, brown crispy spots, or wilted seedlings. Once a leaf burns, it usually does not recover. So that's why we want to follow the hardening off process. So let's talk about what happens if you skip hardening off, because I get this question all the time. Skipping this step can cause several different issues. It can cause sunburned foliage. It can cause severe wilting, which weakens your plant. It causes stunted growth, transplant shock, and eventually dead plants if you don't do the hardening off process. So skipping hardening off doesn't always kill the plants, but it definitely stresses them out, which creates weaker plants overall. And plants that skip the process may take weeks longer to recover and grow. So let's talk about how long hardening off actually takes. So most plants need anywhere from 7 to 10 days of the hardening off process to be properly prepared to be transplanted into the garden. Fast growers may adjust sooner, but slower plants benefit from a full week. Think of hardening off like training for a marathon. You increase exposure gradually. You increase your speed and the length of time or the distance you're running over time. So let's talk about a simple daily schedule for you to follow. Days 1 and 2. You want to place your plants outside for 1 to 2 hours in the shade. Incredibly important. Bring them back indoors afterwards. So 1 to 2 hours in the shade for the first 2 days. Days 3 and 4, you want to increase exposure outside to 3 to 4 hours still in the shade outside. Introduce gentle morning sun if possible, maybe an hour of morning sun, maybe just 30 minutes of morning sun, but then shift over into the shade. Days 5 and 6, leave plants outside half of the day. They can handle more sunlight now, so they can definitely get that soft morning sun, which is always best in the beginning for hardening off. Days 7 through 10, plants can stay outside all day long. At this stage, they are usually ready for transplanting. You still need to continue to observe them and see if you see any warning signs like wilting or browning leaves or things like that, and you need to accommodate them accordingly. But if they're looking good on those days 7 through 10 and they're getting all of the elements outside, they should be good for transplanting into your garden. The key is slow exposure to sun, wind, and temperature change, doing it gradually. And that's what hardening off really is all about. All right, let's talk about where to place your seedlings or plants during hardening off, because I think this can be really confusing for others as well. Ideal locations are going to include a covered porch, patio with partial shade, under a tree, or bright shade near your house. Avoid immediately placing seedlings into full afternoon sun or extremely windy areas. Morning sun is much gentler than afternoon sun. So we're really looking for that morning sun exposure for the first half of the hardening off process to make sure that your seedlings accommodate accordingly. Wind matters too. It's very important. Many gardeners forget about the wind. Wind helps plants strengthen stems and build a better structure. But too much wind early on can cause broken stems and severe wilting. It literally can just dry them out much quicker. A little breeze is helpful, a strong gust is not. So by choosing a place like a patio or against your house wall, it will help alleviate some of those more intense winds. All right, let's talk about watering during hardening off, because it's going to be a change from what you're doing inside. Plants often dry out faster outdoors, so you want to check soil moisture more frequently while they're out there. Important tips to look for with watering: water before placing the plants outside. Make sure they're nice and saturated, ready to go before you try moving them outside. Avoid letting seedlings completely dry out. Most likely they will not recover. And use well draining trays. So make sure your trays have holes, or if they don't have holes, water your plants and then dump out the excess moisture after they've had some time to suck that up. All right, let's talk about signs that your seedlings or plants are ready, that they're ready to go and they're ready to be transplanted out. Healthy, hardened seedlings should have thicker stems, darker leaves, upright growth because they're reaching for the sun, and faster recovery after watering, meaning they'll recover with a little bit of water, they'll recover within like an hour or so. When plants stop wilting after being outside all day, they are ready to be transplanted into your garden. Okay. And we're going to wrap this up with some common mistakes that people make with the hardening off process. A few mistakes are putting seedlings in full sun too quickly. Remember, we're going to start them in shade and gradually introduce morning sun. Another mistake is forgetting plants outside overnight too early on. Remember, those drastic temperature swings can cause a lot of damage to those seedlings. So remember, we're just doing a couple of hours the first few days, and then we're increasing length of time as we go on through the process. And allowing trays to dry out, it causes a lot of stress for those seedlings, which makes them weaker plants, or can kill your plants outright if you let them dry out. And then another big common mistake is skipping the entire process entirely. Don't skip hardening off. Take the time, you've done all the work, take a little bit more time, go through the process of hardening these off properly. The biggest mistake is rushing. This is not a process that can be rushed. You need to take your time and allow them to acclimate. So if you've ever had beautiful seedlings collapse after planting them outside, hardening off is usually the missing step along the way. It's a small process that makes a massive difference in how your garden performs. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it is short and sweet, but I thought it was just really good to approach all of these details in one video. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments what you're hardening off right now. Is it flowers? Is it herbs? Is it veggies? What are you hardening off outside now? I'd love to hear what everyone is growing at this point in time. I also want to let you know that I do have a printable printable hardening off schedule on my Patreon group. So the link is going to be in the video description below. You can go in and you can download that printable for free. You do not have to be one of my paying members of Patreon to get access to that printable. However, if you're like me and you're on a gardening journey and you would like to do that with some gardening friends and some gardening help, Patreon might be great for you. You can become a certified Mad Gardener, part of my Patreon group, and you get access to lives, exclusive videos only available to patrons, as well as group chats, photo sharing, and direct messaging so you can ask all your questions to me. All right, you all, thanks for joining me today. As always, she's a Mad Gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.